Thank you for watching another video by Impound Comics. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Let's do it.
But yeah, so Impound is our flagship character. First character we created, issues 1 through 5, MMA fighter who becomes this anti-hero here. Okay. This is Blasted, Mayan demigod. He has ink manipulation, things he draws in ink.
Yeah, once he told me about the... I'm like, okay, the cover.
He's the most popular character within the universe of people who know. Okay. Impound is the face of the universe on a larger scale. Gotcha. Then we have Lady Monarch, who is the queen of our universe, reincarnated Egyptian goddess. Okay. We have the Assassins. This is Ulan, and this is his brother Seraph. Both of their story begins here. But when that series ends, he gets his own spinoff. He ends up being in the Impound series. This is a prequel, technically, to the Impound series. And then the last one is this book titled Revulsia, which is just, you know, the outer space, the bigger scope of our universe. Mm-hmm. Our big bad. There's an alien metal we have called Rivium that's gold that's in this book. It's just like the backstory of it. Okay. But they're all in the same universe, even though they all haven't met each other yet.
Yeah, okay. What would you say is like, is there a common theme that like connects all of them?
There's something in everyone that you would see the connection if you see it. Okay. But it's not so blatant yet because it's all their own origin. Right. So just look at it like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Cyborg. You're learning about them first, but there are connecting things in there that are kind of Easter eggs. Okay. You might read it later and be like, "Oh, I get what that reference was now." But that it's more subtle like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking more like philosophically, like were there ideas that like, you know, were inspiring?
So it started with just him, and it was only supposed to be about him. And then once I released it, people started asking questions, and that's what started the build. So, like I was saying with this character, he is in issue 1 of Impound. He's a villain, and Impound meets him immediately, but people were like, "Who is that?" And I was like, all right. So I had to write his backstory. Gotcha. In his backstory, his brother was a part of it. Then my main villain in this series is this character, Christ Jones. He has Rivium, and they talk about Rivium. And they're like, what is that? And that's what inspired me to go write the planet that it origin from.
Got you. Okay.
So, yeah, Blasted, he's the only one that, like, I just thought of that, and I was like, that's tight, and I'm doing it. Yeah, nothing in, like, their story thought of him. So, but he's still in the same universe.
So his is more supernatural? His power set?
He's a demigod. Demigod? Yeah, he's a god. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's more just about him and his own personal experience in the world. He's not so tied in, but he is when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a part of it that you'll be like, oh, I see that connection. But he wasn't inspired by that. It was, I thought of that later, and I was like, oh, I can connect it like that. You know, but yeah, one day at a time.
And see, I remember when I was reading this, they mentioned Lady Monarch.
They did, yeah.
Like a little Easter
and that
egg,
was the connection of it.
Yeah.
And when you read Lady Monarch, you'll see why they like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a detective is their connection, is the lead detective.
Yeah.
Because they don't know each other.
In there too,
she's in Sacramento as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, the detective Carol Mosley is also in her series, yeah.
Okay. Which is a good read, man.
Thank
shake
you.
your hand.
I appreciate you, brother.
Man.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Passion project that became a business over time. Right. You know, didn't release it with the intentions of making the universe. People liked it and started, like I said, asking questions, and that's. I was like, all right, let me answer that. Let me answer this. And one day we accidentally became a comic book company.
Who does all the art?
Every book is different, somebody else. So usually the second name is who did this book. Yeah. Vash is our lead illustrator though. Okay. So Vash designed half of them. Okay. But you know, we have Louise who designed. Louise did some of the Seraph book. Then we have the Revulsia book, who is also Vash, but then there's another artist named Esteban. And then most of this is an artist named Augustin. He did the first 4 books, and then Vash took after that. Gotcha. And then now I have a whole new illustrator now. Wow. Vash has been promoted to our animator. So Vash taught himself how to animate. Now he's doing animation for us. But Vash was my first illustrator that I ever met. Like in the beginning, he'd been with me this whole time.
Gotcha.
Other illustrators come and go.
Right.
Some people act like they want to do this, and then it's a 5-month project, and they're like, man, this is harder than I thought. Yeah. So, how y'all doing? We are hanging out in the comic den. I'm about to give y'all a little tour in a minute, too.
the empowerment.
This is the owner of the Comic Den in Los Angeles.
But as I got older,
Joe Jam Zero, you so geek and superhero. What's up, folks? How we doing? Oh, what's up?
that's why they because he's started.
All right. Oh, you got a new?
Oh, no.
Just hanging out in the Comic Den today.
I got you.
And today we got
Bunch of pops.
I hear you. See, I grew up on
Impound Comics over on.
How you doing, brother?
It was even more fatty for me because Black Moon.
Brent, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, brother.
TikTok, he's doing Twitch and.
These are my books here. This is my series in building our own universe.
Okay,
You know, just in there hanging out today.
in the story. We see that but they don't
I want to show y'all some other indies too, man. Oh, we got the Invincible stack. Fire.
and as much as we are, but
In Los Angeles, if y'all ever get a chance.
they're not accepting of us.
Is it was it that one or was it the X-Men?
This is one of my homies right here.
Right. And I had a buddy
Niobe is his series, Stranger Comics.
tell me that it wasn't that. It's not that.
These are a bunch of different indies.
They dislike us, and they.
Bunch of different indies.
And I don't want not jealous, but he said they're they feel that we should be.
Superman.
That's the one. That's the Jed McKay. Because there's Gil Simone and Jed McKay, and Jed McKay is like the one.
Appreciate it. Looking for a blast hit.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. How about the sound? Got none.
Take one of these, right?
Yeah, do your thing, please.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah, me and my brother watch your vids all the time, man.
Thank you, bro. I'm getting my live streaming
Yeah.
situation started up.
Yes, sir.
I just got I bought a new camera for the house setup. Got the camera, did the background, got the lights. In the last 2 days, I've been trying to hop on Twitch because everybody says.
Oh yeah, you gotta be on there. That's where
Yeah,
everybody's at with that.
and it was like you gotta build your TikTok first.
Yeah.
And then send everybody over. So that's what I did.
Shoot, I know that one TikTok you got the main one because I follow your personal page and
Yeah,
the actual Impound one.
Yeah,
That one's boom.
putting it together. I made the personal one a little while ago, but I didn't know what to do on there. And then now I was just like, man, I'm about to just still promote the same way. Why am I making it difficult? That one is 15, brother.
Okay.
And then whichever one you
I
was
want
thinking.
to Impound one
Okay.
too.
Yep.
And let me get one more of the blasters. I'm gonna seal this away.
Okay.
Since you got your autograph on it.
Okay.
So I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir, I ain't playing. I came ready. Big time.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Damn, I forgot about Sarah. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because I know you got one dude that's like, he's like in a mob type of thing.
Yeah, so Seraph is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're talking about our villain who's Christ Jones.
Yeah.
Christ Jones
Christ
is
Jones.
in the Impound book.
Okay.
And then Seraph, he's his general.
Okay.
This is his origin. It also shows how they met.
Okay.
So Jones is in both of these.
Okay.
Wait a minute, dude. How many volumes do you have, man?
Of Impound 1, but I have volumes of other characters.
Got it.
Yeah, so I'm working on, so Impound has issues 1 through 5. I'm working on Impound 6 right now. And then Seraph has 3 in that one volume. But I'm probably not going to do any more Seraphs. It was just, he continues in the Impound story for the most part.
Oh.
And then later I might do, their gang is called the Holy Mafia. I might do a Holy Mafia book like that.
Okay.
But I don't think I'm going to do just Seraph. Like, it'll just be always him and Jones and the gang.
Tied in, okay.
Exactly.
But that gives you a chance to introduce new characters and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Too, right?
Yeah, well, this book takes place 15 years before the Impound book.
Oh.
So
Okay.
so there's 15 years in there to just show their gang's development. Because this
Got
shows
it.
how they met. It doesn't show how they took over.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Look at that man. He knows his universe.
Man, putting it
Yep.
together.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
So you want...
Let me just get all of them. So basically, I'll keep this one. Let me get another one so I can read this one.
Okay.
And then take a Seraph. I forgot about my girl, Lady Monarch. And that has to be all of them, right?
That's most of them.
Most of them.
So how you feeling?
Okay.
There's still So
in terms of like volume ones though.
no, so there's still Ulan.
Okay.
So Ulan is Seraph's brother. So they're both of their origin is the Seraph story.
Okay.
Seraph branches out into the Impound.
Okay.
Ulan's series starts on his own. So there's that.
Okay.
And then there's also Revulsia. And so Revulsia is the bigger scope of the universe. So what Revulsia is, Christ Jones has these Rivium arms, these gold arms.
Okay.
Right.
That metal comes from their planet.
Okay.
So it's still more, they're all tied in.
Yeah. Okay.
In the bigger explanation.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need it right now, but if to understand
Like the whole, okay.
why he is and how he is and where it came from.
It's gonna be in there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's up to you from there, but that's all of them.
Okay. I for sure need the Oolong one.
Okay.
Though. I'll take this one. I'll get this one off the site.
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah.
You got
I'll
time.
get, so another one of these, an Impound.
Which is in there, so I'll put, you got,
Yeah, so
let me sign Ulan. Sign Ulan.
I better see you in here on Wednesday. No, I'm just kidding.
What's Wednesday?
My new comic book day. You're like, here, Joe, I
Oh,
ain't showing
he'll do
up
that?
Wednesday, man. You know what I'm saying? I done bought all the Impound books. And, no, I'm just
Joe,
dude
you know.
right here,
Yeah,
man.
You know I'm always
No,
the heck.
I got.
So those-
My employees used to tell me what bad humor I had, man. They like, dude, you,
Yeah.
yeah.
So who do y'all say has the best hands in all of comics?
My guy, Karate Kid.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I was going to
man.
say Shang-Chi.
Because mine is Shang-Chi.
I got Karate Kid.
Karate Kid is goaded though.
Karate Kid is.
He's
He's the
master of
spar.
galaxies.
He's the spar with Kryptonians.
He has the skills of all different techniques in different galaxies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On Earth, for me, is Shang-Chi. On Earth bound. But he, you know, he don't go nowhere else but Earth.
Not,
you know?
not 10 rings, Sean.
No. I'm not giving him 10 rings. No. But Shang-Chi, I give Bruce some honorable mention.
Kung Fu, right?
But he's not up in that level. But I got Danny Rand, my guy Danny Rand,
Okay.
the Iron Fist. Those are the top. If you think about it, those are my top two in Marvel.
Okay.
Iron Fist, second. Shang-Chi, first. DC. Now they got, to me, they have the best fighters. DC.
Yeah.
Because you got, like I said, I got Karate Kid, you know, and I'm not talking about Ralph Macchio. I'm talking about, I forget his name, Val something.
Yeah.
But
We're not talking about Miyagi Jr.
Lady Shiva.
I
A
was
lot of
gonna
people
say,
don't know about
did
Lady
you guys see
Shiva.
to read that book, The Best of the Best with Lady Shiva versus Black Canary?
Not even.
No.
Oh, that's a hell of a story.
Lady Shiva's a good
He
fighter.
was going to start talking. Oh, I thought you was about to start breathing.
Talk that talk,
Bruce
bro.
Wayne.
Trash Wayne.
You don't like Bruce Wayne at all?
It was a guy
He just
who
called
did
him
not
Trash
work
Wayne.
Look.
time.
I know y'all. Okay, look, man. I know y'all gonna get mad at me. Bruce is the homie. Don't get me wrong. But he's not in there for me, bro. I'm a Clark Kent type of guy. Yeah. I'm on that type of time. When the movie dropped, the real face of DC is gonna take over the game.
What drew you to not
Clark
like
Kent.
him?
Clark Kent.
What
100%.
drew you to not
He ain't
like
the real
him?
man.
What is it about
Okay,
him? Just
it's, you know what's funny? It's not even Batman that made me dislike Batman.
sounds
It was the fans.
All the fans.
Because-
you sound like this
sound like some
girl
Cowboy
on one of
fans,
Britt's videos when she asked what was that question about that what was the
Yeah.
super she talking about Batman the Dark Knight dude and then everybody was like what
He said, everybody be getting mad at me. I said, I'm mad at you right now sitting here listening to you. Talking about The Dark Knight's the most boring movie she ever seen.
That was a great movie.
Man,
Great.
that's
She
my
left a
favorite
sting
superhero
on me. I
movie.
was sitting out here like, huh?
No, see, y'all getting it twisted. You getting it
That was a
twisted.
great movie, man.
The Batman is the homie.
For
Don't get it
an
twisted.
origin story. Wait,
How can you say that after all these things that you just said?
No.
Randy?
Look. It's the fact that y'all think he could beat everybody.
No, I feel the same way though. The Dark Knight is my favorite comic book movie, like superhero movie. But I be going in on Batman just because of the fans. The thing is, with me, I'm gonna double down though. That's the thing. Is like they think they're gonna swarm on me. I'll just keep going. I'll start tagging comments and start really going.
Right.
But no, what happens is I'll start going about it for so long. All the fans of every other character start showing up, cheering me on. So I'll be like, y'all don't understand. Once I get the Spider-Man fans here, and I get the Hulk and the X-Men fans here, they're going to agree with me. There's more of all of them than just y'all.
That's it. I love.
Talking about.
Excuse me, brother.
Right now.
Let me ask you: would you say Brother Voodoo is a top 4 black comic book character?
Top 4.
Top 5.
He's such a shit star.
Brother, why you take? Why?
In the top 5.
What I was gonna say, brother, why you taking so long to answer? You know he not.
Number one. Oh no.
Brother Voodoo, you said.
man,
Oh, what he
look
said?
at
Hold on. We on a live stream.
You see, you gotta understand him. You gotta understand the history of Brother Voodoo.
He said Brother Voodoo's number
Back
1.
as he goes. You can put him at number 1.
You gonna put Brother Voodoo over Storm, over T'Challa, like over
Well,
Jon
we're
Stewart?
talking just as a character, not as a power.
We're not talking about power. We're talking about just
As a character, yes.
the impact that the character has done to the
The history of
community.
comics? Oh yeah.
Ah,
Absolutely.
come on,
He was
come
there
on,
before Storm.
come on.
Remember, Storm is a secondary X-Man. He wasn't one of the original.
Hold on. Let's say this. So is Brother Voodoo. Brother Voodoo is following Doctor Strange ultimately at the end of the day.
No, Voodoo's a totally different. Voodoo itself is a totally different mixed.
So is Storm.
Corn.
I mean, Storm is not a legacy character. You said she's a secondary X-Men.
Right.
I'm saying, so if she's secondary in that class, he's secondary to Sorcerer Supreme.
No.
Yeah, well, why not?
No.
All right.
Well, the sorcerers, because you're talking about 2 different types of sorcery. Completely 2 different types of sorcery. Voodoo has nothing whatsoever to do with what Strange can do. The history of
Storm
Voodoo
has nothing to
itself.
do with what Magneto can do, or
She's secondary X-Man.
he's a secondary Sorcerer
No,
Supreme.
he's an original.
He wasn't the first Sorcerer Supreme in comics, so how is he the original?
He's not a sorcerer. Well,
Yeah.
now, they made him a sorcerer. He wasn't when he began.
Look up.
He was not a sorcerer supreme when they first brought him into the
Hey,
comics.
to each its own, brother. But ain't no way Brother Voodoo go ahead of Storm.
My number 1.
No way. Ain't no. You walked in the middle of the funk, man. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna just chill till my turn. Did you want me to sign that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely, please. Can I place this right here, brother? I was gonna shoot this way. I just didn't want you to.
Are these your most
No,
recent?
no. These are all the recent ones. These are all of them, yes, sir.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so we got Lady Monarch's the most recent, and Ulan
On a hype day and a hype.
on a hype day. And then, yeah, I don't know if you know about the other ones, but Revulsa.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Seraph series, Blasted series. And then this is the Alina solo issues. This is still in that Revulsa book, but this is her solo.
Nah, sick. Okay.
But yeah, however you was thinking, did you want me to sign it with silver or the green? The green is like paint, so it's gonna take a long time. So
Like dry?
like not a long time, but yes, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So just make sure because everybody be like,
looks
oh,
cooler,
all
it
right,
looks cooler.
yeah.
Green, I think
the
I
green
like
is
green.
cooler looking
Yeah.
for sure. It's just I've seen too many people smudge it right after because they didn't listen.
We'll try not to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I ran into you out in
I remember.
Hollywood, right?
I was gonna say. I was like, where was I when I saw you? I
It was
remember
like
seeing.
outside like a liquor store.
Just
like,
walking
right
by,
on-
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know at the time you're from Sacramento.
Yeah,
Like so,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit! Like I found out afterwards. So
You're from Sacramento?
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't live. I live in Hollywood, but I'm from Sacramento.
That's dope. What
So-
part of Sacramento are you living in?
Natomas.
Me
Natomas?
too.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to Natomas High, bro.
Oh really?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
I'm a Natomas baby. I went to elementary,
Yeah,
middle.
I-
I went to Leroy Green, Bannock Creek Elementary.
I went to Bandon Creek.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, full Natomas baby, and then I went to Sac State, and then after that I moved to LA. I moved to LA right after college, and I moved back to Sac. This was my 3rd LA move.
This is my second one.
Yeah, but I only moved back the last time to open the Impound comic store because it's in Doco.
Yeah.
So I moved back to open the store, and then
That's why I
I came
picked
back
this
to
one
LA.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you seen me out here, then you got this in Sacramento.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. It's small world.
I know. I was like, I gotta pick it up in person. I can't just get it online, you know?
What's up, Torinator? How you doing? I'm also streaming too.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, putting it together. But what else were you saying? What were you thinking?
I don't know.
So there's no. So if you're looking to get a different one.
Yeah, maybe it's like a single issue.
Yeah, so I don't have a single other than you can't get Ulan though.
Yeah.
Because Ulan you have to read Seraph first.
Okay.
But this is 3 issues. The only other single is Alina,
Alina,
and that's this single issue, which is the first comic of this series, Revulsion.
Yeah.
So, but this is the solo.
And that's the galactic, more cosmic
Yes.
area of the world.
So,
Okay.
have you opened this book yet or not?
Yeah, I finished this.
So, Christ Jones, his arms, the metal comes from their planet.
Yeah.
So that's what this story kind of highlights, is almost what that is in depth.
Okay.
But yeah, and then Lady Monarch is 2 issues, Blasted is 2 issues.
Okay, who is Blasted?
So Blasted, he's probably our most popular character for the people within the universe. He's a Mayan demigod. He has the melanokinesis, which is the ability to manipulate ink. So his tattoos, he can pull them off his body, things he draws in ink, he has control over. He's the only character who has a full secret identity. He's from Stockton, California, though.
Okay.
And, eventually they're all in the same universe. They'll all meet at one day or another, but that's his own solo thing. It technically doesn't have anything to do with him as of now. Yeah.
All right, cool. Can I buy one of these?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
I don't know why. I'm going to just say this, too. I always find it as a personal thing. I find it funny. People often say to me, "Can I buy this?" I'll be like, "What the hell you think I'm doing here?" like, what if my reply was, "No, hell no, that's mine."
Well, you said that about
Don't
Ulan,
touch
so
it.
I was like...
Well, the only reason why I said that about Ulan was just because you won't understand
Yeah,
this
it'd be like,
story.
what is that?
Yeah. You still could have got it if you wanted it,
Yeah.
but if you were gonna actually read it, it wouldn't have made sense for you to start there. I know I opened the Blasted already. I thought.
Batman and the Joker, he's like, well,
I swear I just opened one. If not, I'll just open this next one.
All right.
But it's like, as soon as I open this next one, I'm going to find the open ones there. Yeah. That I already did. So you want green or gray on this one?
I'll do gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes more sense on this one a little bit.
Switch it up a little.
Yeah.
cross that line, there's no turning back from him because that injustice version.
Oh yeah, I seen after. I saw the aftermath.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I really like this. Like, I didn't expect it to be like set in Sacramento. Also,
Also, you found out like that by reading it. You didn't know beforehand. That's dope. Yeah, that's how that's how I got the store, because I was branding them as Sacramento's first superhero. Like that was the narrative of them, and that's how I ended up getting the shop in Doko, because they were like, we need Sac's first superhero next to the Sacramento Kings, and that's how that relationship started. It was actually their idea. And then, that's when I was like, all right, I might have to start taking this serious, because it was just a hobby,
Yeah, I remember I walked past your shop before I even knew like who you were. I was like, oh, it's a little like Star Wars thing in the window. That's cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's how it's like, you never know, bro. You never know how people are going to discover you. You just turn over every stone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Friends say who do you guys say is the face of Marvel?
The face? Spider-Man.
Oh, definitely.
Well, like I mean, like the Mount Rushmore thing you was talking about.
Black characters?
Yes.
For just Marvel, for me, I say Black Panther, Blade, Luke Cage, Storm.
I was gonna say, dude, don't do that because I'm gonna put you on my.
No, I already had her in my head. I was just trying to think of. No, I know better. I know better,
Now,
but
what
yeah.
about just regularly, no race involved? Like when you think about the faces of Marvel, who you say is like boom, household name?
Spider-Man, Hulk, non-villains or villains,
Just heroes.
heroes.
Yeah.
Um,
Cause I got Wolverine up there.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Wolverine is what I was about to say next, which is the original Trinity,
Yep.
and then I'd probably just say Captain America.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's like an honorable mention now to
Decided right.
who?
Would you say the Fantastic Four before the Hulk, though?
What'd you say?
Fantastic Four?
See, I don't.
Singular though.
I think I don't think any hero individual in the Fantastic Four is more popular than the Hulk. You know what I mean? I think that brand, maybe you can make an argument, but I don't think Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, I don't think they're as popular, as the Hulk.
I can say Johnny Storm is the biggest player in the Marvel universe. There's very little.
So, like I said, I did AX. I just did, what was it, Toy Con? No, SoCal Gaming.
Yeah.
I was at SoCal
okay.
Gaming. I went to DreamCon.
How was that, bro?
DreamCon was amazing. DreamCon let me know on a national scale that we've done great work. We still have a lot more to do, but like we were super. People coming up to me left and right. You know what I mean? A ton of people everywhere. Like I not even on like a bragging thing. I get out the car out of the Uber. There's a line, and someone yelled "Impound," and people started like going like "Oh!" and started taking pictures. I was like, okay, I should have waited for my friends. I'm by myself right now out here. It was tight though. Hey, I you know, and when I go to conventions, when I go places, people recognize me here and there. That happens often, but not like that.
Not to that degree.
Yeah,
okay.
so you know that almost made me want to move to Houston. I'm almost like this might be where I need to be.
Hey, that's my boy at.
Hey, you know, but I definitely got to go out there more.
Yeah.
But you know, putting it together, just one day at a time, respecting the process.
Then, you know, I think that John Byrne and George Perez, Neil Adams, all these guys, the Bluesimas, the Cuberts, and all those artists were the guys that when they were drawing certain characters, I was following those arts. Now, what I found out years later, there was an artist by the name of Keith Pollard. You know, Keith Pollard was an artist, a black artist that was drawing Spider-Man, he drew Thor, and he drew Fantastic Four, you know, and nobody really knew about this. And I think from month to month, in my right horse, he was drawing some of them back to back, you know, and I really believe that if a lot of more black youth knew about Keith Pollard being an artist, he would have spawned a whole generation of artists or young black artists that want to really get out there and draw more comics.
Okay.
You know, but those were, I follow artists until I actually got more into like deeper reading and story arcs and stuff like that, man. It was an artist thing for me because I just loved the depiction of characterization by some of those artists. And pass the mic.
Okay.
Pass the mic.
He's the owner of the comic den.
Straight game. So I'm gonna ask y'all the question that's been trending. Well, haven't been trending, but Brent probably know this.
I can't shoot this direction because the sun is over there. Yeah, so you'd have to step. Yeah. It's like a huge glare that way.
Let's get from my boy stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
So do we say, do you believe that you too, Joe?
What's up?
Do you think the Punisher can clean Gotham overnight?
With the white weaponry, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
That was it.
He'd love to.
Okay, that was it. A lot of people say.
No, I don't argue with that one because he's going to kill these guys.
So you think he could take out Batman's gallery? No
yeah.
problem.
I mean, he might have some problems with some
Well,
guys.
some of them is gonna give him a run for his money, but like Joker, he's not gonna be able to dance around the Punisher like he does with
Right, just
with
because.
Frank.
Right.
It depends on what we talking about. I ain't gonna lie. Deathstroke is beating the brakes off Punisher.
Punisher?
Bane too.
I don't consider him a Batman role.
But I think
Bane.
No,
I give
Kinda
Deathstroke
is.
an anti-hero
more
type.
so now. But
Yeah,
really,
it's another one of
look
those.
If we talking about the characters like a Two-Face and a Joker, yeah, of course. But like,
Yeah, like
I would say
because
Nah,
you know,
Clayface.
Deathstroke, the Terminator defeated the X-Men when they crossed over with the
Oh,
Teen
yeah,
Titans,
sure
dude.
did,
was-
he ain't cleaning up Deathstroke.
yeah,
He
so,
ain't cleaning up Deathstroke.
Do you think he would struggle with Clayface?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. 'Cause that's where I kind
he
of have
may
him
not
stopping
be.
at.
He may not be Clay.
That's what
That's what I'm saying, for
We
sure.
don't know the science of how Clayface works and all of that. Batman know all of that. Batman knows all of that.
I think he'll go far, and I think he can, depending on who's in charge.
Okay.
The gangsters and all that, yeah.
But
Yeah, if you were to make it a video game and
what
start
you
at the
said,
bottom,
Now, am I wrong about this? Didn't Deathstroke the Terminator knock out Bruce?
yeah, he got him on.
Slap him.
He knocked him out.
Slap
He got
him.
Well,
knocked
and
out.
Deathstroke is also enhanced. He's meta. He ain't just a
Yeah,
regular
yeah,
guy.
regular dude.
Yeah,
Super soldier.
yeah.
And plus he got-
He's a way better.
he got
He is a.
borderline, prick
His
connection.
daughter Rose has got the same powers as he got. Though.
Yeah,
He is.
yeah.
Deathstroke, in my mind, is a way better martial artist than Punisher. It's not, and the fact that he's enhanced, and on a level of tactician, you know,
And doesn't he have a
same.
healing factor too a little bit too?
Yeah,
The only
yeah.
thing that makes the Punisher unique is his merciless, dude. He goes at no mercy, dude. You dying with the Punisher, dude. You know what I'm saying? You ain't living past that. Him and whatever he has to do.
If
Dude.
they are in that, them too though.
Hey, what's up, folks? How you doing? All right.
So I got another question.
Put this down.
Do you If they going head to head, another prep time question then.
Oh, you want to make this prep time? You sure?
It's not Batman though. Not Batman. Doom versus Lex Luthor. Who's gonna win?
I'm
Doom.
gonna give it up to Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
Doom is the scientist and the sorceress, dude.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So it's kind of like.
He's smarter and more powerful in my
Now,
mind.
I will say
Okay.
that Lex Luthor has crossed some boundaries, with, especially in his issues with Perpetual. Perpetual? I think that was in the
How you doing,
last
boss?
Justice League story. And then
Yes.
even if you go to the Justice League Unlimited, he was smart enough to cross it to the Source Wall. So I
Joe.
know his mind is not to be haggled with, though.
Bro, Johnny.
Yeah, you got a question?
No.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah. He the only one that can handle the register. I would have took your money, but it ain't got nothing to do with it.
Combination of his intellect matches Reed Richards.
Right.
Yeah, nah.
His
Doom is
technology
different.
Can match Tony's.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
and he can match Doctor Strange in sorcery.
Preach.
So that's like three guys in one.
Preach.
So what's the difficulty scale if you had to put it between that squabble? Is it low div?
Nah,
If they're
out of 10 times, I think he'll beat them
Doom.
maybe all 10.
Yeah, me too. I think so too.
So it's a low div?
Yeah,
Low div?
yeah.
No, man.
It don't matter how we going about this.
What about?
Because let's switch universes. Let's put Doom in Lex Luthor's position of Metropolis, and him hating. Let's say he hates Superman just as much, or even more than Lex.
Right.
What are Superman's chances? You see what I'm saying? He would give Superman some hell, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Superman could get him though? Both of you guys.
Who, Doom?
Yeah. If it was.
I mean, of course he can, but we're talking about now. I mean, if we're talking about the type of character they are, where he's gonna prep for him,
Right,
Doom
right.
will scrape him.
Right,
But
obviously, yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like, there's been moments of Doom overpowering the Hulk. He's done a bunch of
kinda
overpowering.
defeated
So it's like, yeah,
in the universe.
I think it's a clear gap between, even though they're a similar type of character. I think there's a clear gap between them, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because even with the Superman of Lex, he's always on the mercy of Superman. Versus, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He can
Doom
pretty
would take
much
advantage
just
of that
love-
mercy. Like,
That is true.
yes,
That
it's,
is true. That
it's
is
the
true.
mercy factor on why Lex is able to even keep
Superman's
up.
so a cool dude. He's
Exactly.
Like, okay.
And then that no kill.
Yeah,
You know.
he's dealing with the right one, the right powerful one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
Okay. Let me try to cook up another. Let me cook up another one. Okay. Let me see.
No, I got a hell of a lot of Walking Dead issues, though.
And just so y'all leave no pressure on it, this is a comic book series I'm the writer and the creator of, called Impound Comics. If anything, definitely take a flyer.
Okay.
Multiple series, working on a mobile game.
If you guys are on Instagram, you guys have to have seen this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
I'm streaming just so y'all, you know, don't say nothing crazy. You know, y'all can if you want to, but don't say I didn't tell you.
No, it was the what was it? What is it? The black superheroes with
yeah. You saw his?
Yeah.
You saw Joel's?
No,
Don't watch it. It was embarrassing. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. We just giving them a harder time on it.
I'm never gonna forget this day.
All promo, good promo, Joel.
You
The
ain't get
amount
me
of
on the spot like that. Get him on the spot,
look,
man.
at the end of the day, I done been cussed out on every take I've ever put up, so don't feel bad. They're gonna have their opinions no matter what you say. Thank you for watching another video by Impound Comics. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.